After percentage-boosting wins against the Western Bulldogs, Melbourne and GWS, the high-flying Eagles face their toughest test of 2012 against a Hawks side believing they have the cattle to break the ladder leaders' 12-match home ground winning streak. Rain producing slippery conditions and few points.
Jack Darling has got it 50 out. Lynch wants it in the goal square. Sean Mokers doesn't like the one-on-one necessarily over the top. Kennedy.
Well, the weather a factor there because Kennedy opted to go the big barrel chest mark.
Both the Eagles and the Hawks producing plenty of forward pressure, but it was proving tough to score. Kennedy with goal fever.
It's opened up for Kennedy. Lynch's kick needs to be good. It is. Will he go? He decides to. Looks at it and made an absolute mess of it.
The Eagles up by 4 points after a goalless first quarter. The Hawks' Michael Osborne finally breaking the drought.
1 or 2 steps offline, kick it around the corner, and I think it's there. Hawthorn have got the first goal of the game 2 minutes into the second quarter.
The Hawks hitting the front. Buddy Franklin crunching Adam Selwood as Hawthorn appeared to enjoy the arm wrestle.
In front rough head, behind Franklin, gives it to Lewis. Impossible angle. Lewis has threaded the needle.
But an Eagles side which had kicked 69 goals in the first 3 rounds would remain goalless in the first half, kicking 12 behinds as they fumbled their way through the contest. They trailed by 7 at the main break. Luke Shuey coming off second best in the first clash of the second half before the home side broke the shackles.
And Gibson in amongst it, the Hawks. A little goal here by Josh Hill, the interception. The Eagles get their first goal.
Shuey in terrible pain with a shoulder injury as his teammates dealt another blow to the Hawks.
Kennedy comes in, 2 in a row for the West Coast Eagles.
But Hawthorn would immediately shove their way back into the lead through Franklin.
And he gets it. Can he be cool? He is. Was there a push there or not? Buddy Franklin kicks the goal.
West Coast Medicos would do wonders with Shuey. Fresh strapping, the magic sponge, and belted by Jordan Lewis immediately.
Well, that'll test it out.
He'd remain out there as the Eagles began to find their tall forwards.
High ball, Kennedy from the side, Darling from the other side.
Accuracy would continue to haunt them though.
Darling comes in, kick at goal is there, and the Eagles hit the... No, they don't. Gee, they must have just hit the post. That looked every bit the goal.
They're 16th behind, taking them to within 3 points at three-quarter time. Darling finding his range in the final term.
Kick on the way, he's got the journey Crowder up. The moment it left the boot, they were off their seats and they said, thank you very much. The Eagles hit the front.
The home side have begun to spread their wings, threatening to break the game wide open.
Darling went the impossible shot over the top. He's got all ball. Was it touched on the line? It was.
Only desperation from the Hawks preventing that miracle effort, but nothing could stop Darling's next.
Marston says, come at me. He does. Jack turns, walks inside 50 and lets it rip with a ripping ball.
The Eagles out to a 10-point lead. They'd set up camp in the forward 50 and the goals kept coming.
Kerr along the ground. I thought it was a free kick in the ruck, but Kerr's got it.
And just when the 40,000 of Pattersons thought they were home, up Bob Cyril.
Rioli near the boundary line. Something special and he's got it. Rioli's got the impossible goal. Working along the ground. Sensational.
Rioli single-handedly breathing new life into the Hawks, taking control of their forward line.
Cyril Rioli off one step. It was lackadaisical, but it's there. Cyril's got it, and the Hawks are back.
But Rioli would limp off in the dying moments with cramp as the Eagles managed to hold off a fast-finishing Hawks. 5 points the difference between the two sides after a brutal affair.
Yeah, it was rough and tough. We knew exactly what the Hawks are going to bring. We rate them as a top 4 team, and for us to get over them in such a bruising encounter is really impressive.
David Murdoch, Big Pond Sport.